What's up, Chase Life YouTube channel? What's up, self? I want to say what's up to TrapStar or Trap Drip, either channel. It seems to be the same person. If not, thank you both, or thank you. I appreciate the support, appreciate the comments, and sorry for not keeping it up the last couple days. But it's really fantastic when a viewer comments multiple times on your videos. And so I really appreciate that. It's interesting throughout my YouTube year and a half with my other channel that I did. In the beginning of that channel, there was somebody who commented like every video. And it was funny. It makes you feel so good. It's like, yes, there's somebody that actually watches every time. And they actually enjoy it? Or if they do enjoy it, it's like, wow, that's amazing. Because there's so much self-judgment, at least for me, when it comes to doing this. But, excuse me, I watched the Lil Peep, maybe it's Lil, watched the Lil Peep documentary on Netflix last night. And that was very interesting. Before last night, I had heard the name before, but didn't really know who Lil Peep was. And, the first thing that comes to my mind is the idea, the saying like, oh, he could have been such an incredible artist had he not done all those drugs, or had he not overdosed that night. And that's something very fascinating to me. It's like doing art related to doing drugs and whether or not it's necessary. Because there's great artists. It's the thing, like, had he not done and lived life the way he had, doing all the drugs and risking, his life doing so many drugs while creating his art, I'm like, is it possible for the art that was created, the greatness that was created? And I'm not going to judge, whether I think it was great or not. I'm like, according to the response it created in the consumers, it was fantastic and it was great art that Lil Peep created. And so it's like, was it necessary? I would say that without doing all the drugs that he did, he may not have had the creative flow that he did. Because I'm super fascinated with things, like I said in my last show, I think, that are the same way but different at the same time. So, like, if doing drugs is bad, but then the art that is created in the time of intoxication as a result of doing those drugs being such a great thing, it's like, do we have to is there a balance? Like, in order to create great art, it may require a sacrifice on the other side. Now, this is just me throwing my thoughts out there. It's highly possible, it's just as possible, for someone to be 100% sober, never have smoking a cigarette or, done anything, and still create great art and do great works. But it's fascinating to me the relationship between great artists and drugs or alcohol. And I would ask the question because it's something that I struggle with. You know, I drink and I smoke weed every now and then, and it's like when I'm painting, it was funny, my grandma asked me one time, or my aunt, I think they were together when I was painting, and I had a beer in my hand and took a sip and kept painting. And she asked me, she said, do you drink when you paint? And I said, yeah, every time. And it wasn't until they asked me that I noticed that. And I was like, huh. Like, I don't necessarily drink or smoke or whatever to paint, but it's just something that happens, all in the same time. It's just, it's just something, oh yeah, just, catch a little buzz and take a little sip of cold pops and create some art. And that was where some of my best paintings came from. I mean, I can paint sober. I find myself less in the moment. Maybe there's something to do with being intoxicated and being in the moment. Because that goes to another thought I have that connects to spirituality or enlightenment or self-actualization, is that, like, there is a way with much practice, much effort, and much dedication to create the kind of mind states that you get so easily from intoxicants naturally. So I think you can meditate or do breathing techniques and create these kind of in the moment, in the zone flow state, or shut off the running mind. Lao Tzu, the writer of the Tao Te Ching, refers to it as the world of the 10,000 things. How your mind is always connected to 10,000 things that are going on, and that you could do, and that you should have done, and really it's all right now. Is the only place that you can operate from. So if you're focused on the future, your operation in the now is limited to what that focus is allowing. So it goes back to the drugs and art thing. I don't judge Lil Peep at all, because I lived with people that did that. They were going to shows 5 to 7 nights a week and leaning like a mother, doing too many things. But none of them are dead. But also I could say none of them really went all in on their passion. And so maybe that's a secret. Maybe regardless of whether there's drugs or not involved in your art or your creative works or just any works at all, maybe it's finding the way to get yourself to go all in without focusing on the world of the 10,000 things, or without letting the future and the past block your activity in the now. Really fascinating. Daily Truth, Chase Life YouTube channel. Thank you to TrapStar and Trap Drip. Hit me up with another comment. You can find me at Chase Corrington on Facebook if you want to do some messaging, as well as Chase Life, Chase Corrington CLC Paint on Instagram if you want a direct message. I'm willing to work together. You got some awesome music, man. So, awesome efforts. Awesome efforts. That's what I've noticed. When you look at somebody's YouTube channel and you can see the kind of effort that goes into it. I know I don't put effort into editing my videos or doing thumbnails and all that, all that stuff. But I hope that my amount of videos, my body of work, shows my effort. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe if it's just TrapStar watching. But thank you very much for watching. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with some more daily truth, daily thoughts from Chase. Or maybe if I'm just watching with like my granddaughter 60 years from now. This will be so amazing to watch then. That's what gets me pumped. All right. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.